Okay, with both teams locked on 17 points, it's Hull against Southampton this weekend. Let's preview it. This is a one I can't call, so let's hope Will and Joe can help split it. Good evening to you both.
Evening.
Good evening.
Good to see you both back after the international break. Will, let's start with you. Millwall 2, Hull 2. Talk us through it.
A lot of emotions, I think, to be fair. Going down 1-0, then coming back 2-1, and then losing it again. Well, say losing it again, getting a draw at the end of it. Probably should end up winning it, but again, it's how we fight back. So we come back strong in this game.
Yeah, I mean, it started. It's starting to feel a little bit like Hull are becoming a bit of a draw specialist. I don't know if it feels like that to you.
Home, yeah.
You're not losing many games, are you? But it's just starting to just games run away from you. And I think if games went on another 10 minutes, the forums will say Hull will probably be top of the league. But you're just not killing off teams when you have those spells in games you're on top. Is that right?
Well, so we're still, I think we're still lacking that cutting edge right in the front forward. We're still definitely missing Ozan Tufan. Is like he's been missing for a long while now, and I think it's still an illness that's keeping him out.
Yeah.
But he had been back in training, so hopefully that's good. Obviously, we've got Louis Coyle semi back to training. Whether he comes back or not, I don't know. Other than that, you look at the international break. You had Delap and Philogene both scoring and assisting each other. So we had technically a good international break. So hopefully that will run into this game. Because I do not like Southampton at home because I still remember Victor Wanyama a few years ago getting it from halfway against Jakubovic in goal. So if anyone remembers that one, yes, I was sat there in the East Stand, halfway line, and watched him go, oh, look there. That's gone in. That's not good. And we lost 1-0 that game as well.
He changed it to a back three, I believe, for the trip to Millwall. Is that going to stay the same with Jones, McLaughlin, and Greaves, or are we at home? Is that going to be different?
Probably at home, he'll go back to the usual back two and then the wing backs properly. If we have Coyle like set and ready for it, hopefully. I think we went to the back three to kind of a lot of fans want that again because they want proper wing backs, but they do like a back four because you can have the back with the wing backs, you can still go into back four and still press forward one wing or the other. So depends on who he puts for actual wingers if he's going to go that way. Otherwise, he might flood the midfield with more players. We don't know. He's finally changing his formation up, which is making it a bit more entertaining, I think, in a way. But again, like you said at the beginning, we're like a draw specialist because of that.
Yeah. Three matches without a win now, and I'm guessing Southampton aren't the team you want turning up at MKM. I'm not very happy with Southampton, Joe, because I'm sure lots of other people that have accumulators aren't too happy with your last result. You owe me a lot of money.
A few people at my work say the same thing as well.
Yeah, not that I want to relive the horror of the 1-1 draw with Rotherham, but do talk us through it, please.
I mean, it was going oh so well for 75 minutes. We were on top. We should have been 3 or 4-0 ahead at half time, but our strikers just can't seem to place the ball at the back of the net. And then one lapse of concentration, Bazunu off his line, gets chipped, and they stick 11 men behind the ball and get the draw.
Yeah. Is it just concentration? I mean, from reading the reports on that game, you could have been out of sight at half time. Did you underestimate Rotherham?
Yes, yeah, we did. I mean, the 11 that started was similar to the previous two games. We obviously brought in Alcaraz and Stuart Armstrong, but again, possession doesn't win you football games. At the end of the day, sticking the ball in the back of the net does, and we're unfortunately kind of slipping away from that.
Yeah, and you'll have one eye at Leicester and Ipswich at the top of the table, won't you? And it's games like that do you worry that whilst there's going to be no danger of Southampton going down, of course, but do you worry that you're just going to be a mid-table side this year if you don't turn games like that around?
Yes and no. I would like to think that the players that we have will start to gel quickly, or a lot quicker than what they have done, and we can get a consistent lineup week in, week out, and we can hopefully push playoffs. But playoffs are no easy feat. Yeah, it's just a hoping game, really. But I'd like to think we would have enough for playoffs this year. Yeah.
Okay, I mean, your run of fixtures after Hull includes Preston, Birmingham, Millwall, and West Brom. So by some of the next international break, you will know a lot more about where Southampton are going to be, because there's some on paper there's some fixtures there where you ideally you should win all 4 of those, shouldn't you?
I would like to think so, but as case in point with Rotherham, never underestimate a team, because at the other end of the stick, it's all games that we could quite easily not turn up and draw or lose. That's the problem with Southampton. There never seems to be a middle ground.
Yeah, well, I've learned a lesson never to bet on them again. So that's certainly one. Talk about Armstrong for me, please, a second. Does he start?
Adam or Stuart?
Stuart, sorry.
Yes, for me, Will Smallbone, he started off well, got a new 3-year contract, and has just kind of been a bit all over the place. Like he loves to play backwards and not really look forward. So Stuart Armstrong brings that different mentality. Like he's always looking to get forward, burst into the gaps, and as we've seen on a couple of occasions, score quite wonderful goals.
Yeah, he doesn't do tap-ins, does he?
No, definitely not.
Okay. All right, then. I can't call this one. I'm not going to be putting anything anywhere near this game. 2 teams which can let you down on the game will be brilliant on the same day. Okay, well, Hull, Southampton, where are you going with?
Well, we're either going to get a spectacular 2-2 draw, or we'll come out and beat them 3-1. That's what I'll go with.
3-1. Joe?
Again, I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to go for a wild 2-1 Southampton win.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I like to be optimistic. Are you coming to the game, Joe?
Unfortunately, I'm not. I would like to, but we've got prior arrangements, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would definitely be up there.
Yeah, it didn't go too well the last time you travelled all the way up to the northeast coast, did it? So
no, I'm gonna steer clear of the northeast coast for a while. I think after Sunderland, I'm gonna give it a couple more games, and then we'll head up that way soon.
Yeah. Horror memories of Sunderland. Anyway, right. Enjoy the game, both of you. Thanks so much again. We'll catch up with you in next week.
Cheers. Thank you.
Nice one.
No worries. You're welcome. See ya.